welcome to another episode of The Epic Family Road Trip. Alright, we have a bit of possibly snow coming in. We are still in Flagstaff area. Tomorrow we're going down to Williams, Arizona to meet up with our friends at Casey Highlights. We're excited about that. But we moved out of the wind because it was crazy. Up where we were up on a bit of a hill and it was just, the wind was howling. So we moved down here behind these trees, a bit of protection. But you can see in the background, rain coming in first, and then overnight they're saying snow. It's a bit late for snow this time of year, but we are at 7,000 feet here in Flagstaff area, so you can get all kinds of weather. So anyway, that'll be our first actual time being in our new setups in kind of inclement weather. So we're looking forward to whatever comes our way.
Pepper. They have to be cooked or else they're crunchy. Well, we got my specialty going. It's a very elaborate meal of beans and sausages, some jalapenos. Got some rain coming in, so hopefully we can finish it soon. And probably just eat inside the tents because looks like it's going to be a big one.
Feeding Mom tonight?
Yeah, Dan was making some food. It's just some good, simple stuff. It's yummy.
Got a little dusting of snow last night. It's very beautiful. Can't wait to get out and play. But this is the first time being able to make coffee inside. So that's one of the benefits of this setup is when the weather's bad, and this isn't that bad to be outside, but if it was raining hard or whatever, we can work from inside. Good morning. We are heading into Williams, Arizona. It's about a 45-minute drive. That's where the KC Highlights factory is, where they build all their stuff. We're excited to do a bit of a shop tour and to get some lights on Vandy. I think that's going to look amazing.
Nice to meet you.
You have like more snow here than Flag, actually.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, because I live over in Flagstaff, and hey, I'm Taylor.
Hi Taylor and Kara.
Carol, nice to meet you. Yeah, when we built that a couple years ago, that was like, we want people to come. We want people to like take their photo by this thing, and like, you know, like we're kind of proud of our past. And the Slim Light kind of falls into that same lineup of a little bit more brute power, a little bit more brute force. So that's why I think that getting Slim Light for sure on this, and then we have like
2007 to 2018 JK, right? Those are for our Canadian brethren, which I guess might work. Yeah, that might work, but can you guess what the C stands for?
Carol?
Well, the shoe fits, I guess.
Canadian. Yes.
Here, I can hold this for you. That's funny.
C stands for Canadian and Carol. Camping, cooking, you know.
Check that.
All right guys, something really exciting happening here at KC Highlights in Williams, Arizona. You can see in the background, Vandy's rolled into the shop and it's gonna come out looking different than it rolled in, and it's gonna be looking amazing. As you know, we've had KC lights on Worsley for a couple of years now, and we really love them when we put them through the test. And so we're happy to announce that we are now ambassadors. We're part of the KC family, and to bring you all kinds of adventures lit up by KC Highlights.
Can't wait to see it all on there. It'll make a big difference on Vandy. Since we've had the Pro 6 on the JL since we built it, it's been amazing, and all the other off-road lights that we had, the rock lights, the scene lights, everything on it's been great, and Vandy was always missing that. When you come into camp, it's just nice to have good area lighting, and especially rock lights to be able to see where you're walking at night. And definitely the Pro 6 is awesome off-road, so doing the slim lights is going to be different on Vandy, and that'll be kind of a cool contrast.
Right there.
Oh, you want it kind of tight, like.
Your side. Yeah, you're right.
So I'm good.
So
Yeah.
pull everything that way.
Yeah, you're.
It's not on camera.
Get some new lights. It'll be really nice, especially in the evening, nighttime driving that we've been doing lately.
Pull this out of your way probably. Make sure that little.
Take those out, put them back in.
Yeah.
I did this.
Yep.
You know what?
Nice.
So this is our crossbar. That's the mount that all the Sunlight LEDs, the actual auxiliary pods, are mounted on top of. It's a really cool system. It's designed for people to be able to mount anywhere from 5 up to 8 individual lights, dependent on the size, right? So if you have a smaller 4-inch circular light, you're gonna be able to fit more of them. If you've got big 8-inch, 9-inch lights, you're gonna fit a little bit fewer of them. So all the directions come with everything that you need to perfectly space them out. It's got obviously pre-slotted holes for them to go nicely and neatly inside of, but it also had these really cool little cable clips behind it that screw into the aluminum channel on it that help with wire management. So no longer do you have wires kind of flopping all over the windshield, damaging the paint on top of the Jeep, things like that. It's a really nice system, a really cool way to kind of achieve that retro look while still having some of the latest and greatest technology. So I like to overlap them like 30% the beams at night, so. Tiny little things.
Yeah.
Time for new ones.
You guys, I hope you enjoyed watching us put some of these awesome KC lights on both vehicles. Vandy has had a complete transformation. I mean, we've had this bar up here for a couple of years, and you've seen us riding trails at night. It's not on purpose sometimes, but getting stuck in the mountains, and then the KC Highlights are a huge safety feature to help us get down safely. But on top of that, they're also just a nice little piece of bling that just, you know, it's just, what were you calling it?
Yeah, like the crown jewel type thing.
Yeah, so I mean, I introduce you quickly to Taylor.
I mean, this was awesome to have you guys come and hang out, and obviously working on the vehicles is the important part, but literally getting to know you guys a little bit more and like bringing you into the fold of the family a little bit more, to me is like kind of the cool part about it. So I had a blast here.
If you ever find yourself in the Flagstaff area, or if you're going to Grand Canyon, Williams is just down the hill a little bit, and that's where you're going to find KC. Come by, say hi to Taylor and the team. Like someone said yesterday, I said we really love our Pro 6 bar, and she said, well, we made it with love.
Yeah.
And that's what you feel around this place, so it's one big happy family.
Thank you guys for coming by.
Ready to go running?
So we're just airing down before hitting the trail, and this time instead of using a stick or a rock, we have our new Speedflate system. This is a 4-way inflation or deflation system, which is really nice for us. You just, I'll show how to hook it up and then how to use it. All right, so now that all 4 tires are on, since we're deflating, we don't have to hook this up to our compressor. You just turn on the digital pressure gauge, and then you literally just pull this lever down, and it'll dump all 4 tires at once. This is really nice when you have 8 sets of tires total that we need to air down every time we're hitting the trail. And if it's 37s and 35s, that can take a long time using one deflation system, or even, you know, different ones. This way we can inflate and deflate in a couple of minutes.
All right, we are down all 8 tires, down to about 20 PSI, and we're ready to hit the trail. Alright, the sun is going down and we're about 10 minutes I think from camp. One of the boys went ahead and scouted it out, so yeah, we're just gonna pull into camp, get set up before it gets too dark, and then make something to eat. So we're really enjoying Arizona. There's so much diversity here, but here we're on high elevation, so it's just a beautiful, beautiful place.
I was on the trail if it gets too dark. We bring in Lando, even though he still wants to go running. But it's just safer. I don't know what kind of, if there are any predators out there. So he sits with us in the car. You a good boy? You had fun? Yeah? Almost to camp.
Okay, we'll wait for you here. So the rule out here is leave gates the way you found them. So if you go through a gate that's open, leave it open. If you go through a closed gate, come back and close it. Just like that. Alright. We went on a bit of a wild goose chase, but we've found a good spot here, I think, and we're gonna set up for the night.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we finally pulled into camp a little later than we thought. We actually went to a different camp than the one we had originally planned, but I really like this one. So that was a long night, pretty tired. I'm not sure if we're cooking dinner or not. We might just go to bed and then wake up and make a big breakfast to make up for it, but it's an awesome night of riding.
Tired?
Tired.
Do we have tomato soup?
Yes, we have some meatballs.
Oh, you
And
speaking
we
the
don't
language.
have any. Hopefully we still have some basil. Yeah, we could do grilled cheese. If we
Grilled cheese with tomato sauce meatballs.
Meatballs. Right, meatballs. Spicy meatballs.
Other side, I think.
Meatballs. Wow, it's a big bag.
Cook them all.
Italian style. Whew. Alright, the night is saved.
Do we have any more basil? I think it's right on the top there.
Basil, fresh basil. Wow.
And then just get some
Cheese?
full. No, no cheese.
Yeah, we don't need grilled.
Wow, that's a nice match.
Bit overkill using a storm match, but we couldn't find lighters.
Those are weatherproof, like waterproof and windproof. Oh my word. That's gonna be lunch and dinner for a week. I don't think we'll eat that many.
I will.
Alright. We'll definitely have some leftovers. It's the kind of meal that the boys make around here. If we can open a container, open a bag of meatballs, we're laughing. The old pepper mill going. I think pepper is an important ingredient. Meatballs and tomato soup. And then we'll garnish. We have just enough basil to garnish at least Carol's dish, because then we'll look like we're actual cooks, not just opening a couple of boxes of soup.
So I was wondering why I was so tired, and then I remembered the last couple nights I have not been sleeping because I've been way too excited for my brother Keith and his wife Caitlin, my good friend, our good friend. They were blessed with a baby boy just the other day, so my goodness, that it must have taken a lot out of me because I was just feeling it today. Just so excited for them, and anyways, super excited for you guys, and can't wait to see the new little guy and give you guys all a big hug and kiss. Today was really fun testing out the lights and just getting back on the trail again. It's always nice. And I have a bonus because Pete, Senior, is cooking a yummy soup right now, so. That looks good.
Yes, delicious.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yum. Dinner in bed.
Well, I never thought that was possible. We are down to 4 meatballs left and a little bit of soup. Everybody must have been hungrier than we thought. Man, made short work of that dinner. Good morning. I just got up to watch the sun come up, and I was just walking up this way. Got to the ridge and noticed a big herd of elk up there walking in the distance. Absolutely gorgeous sight. What a surprise this morning. A couple of bucks with bulls with the big antlers, and a whole herd of cows. Beautiful sight. And in the meantime, we'll see you down the road.